Now last week we got all the fields planted, and it's time to get them sprayed. First we need to get the 8320R. It's currently set on wide spacing, and we need to get set for 30-inch row crop spacing. Now we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into on this project, so Bryce and Mark helped us a ton. Bryce knew what he was doing here. It depends how long it's going to take, depending on if the wheels are like seized up, and this project ended up going like a lot smoother than we thought. We thought it was going to take all day. Probably ended up taking like 3-4 hours. And Mark's shop super nice because he's got all the special tools. He had a tire mover, which was super nice moving it. Worked out super good. Shout out to Bryce and Mark for like helping us on all the spacing. So now during the growing season, we're set up to straddle the rows. These rear tires are still a little bit wider than the standard row crop tires. So as the crop gets taller, V8, something like that, it's going to be tough getting this tractor through. But while the corn's in like, V1 to V6, we should be able to get this tractor through the crop. Now we had a little bit of time left for the day, so we got the sprayer hooked up and knocked out Spencer's field of beans while the wind was still somewhat low. Okay, it's a few days later now. We've tried to spray. It's been too windy. Like I got up to the farm early in the morning, thought I could spray, and the wind just starts picking up. So we finally got one nice day to spray. His winds are 5 to 13 mile per hour, which is the lowest it's been in a couple days. So we're gonna try and knock out all the acres spraying. We got 2 more bean fields to spray and 2 more corn fields to spray. I went and picked up the spray trailer, which I'll show you guys, last night, and drove it back this morning here. It's nice. I think it'll work good for our setup, and I hope to keep it for a long time on the farm. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys, I completely forgot to film, I think. You guys should definitely follow on Instagram. I always do Instagram stories, kind of updates throughout the day too, and I think I did that, and I forgot to film for you guys here. Okay, so we just got the sprayer filled, and this is the trailer I ended up buying yesterday, actually. So I was searching for one on Facebook Marketplace for a while, and then I couldn't find a good used one, and so eventually just bought a new one, and kind of just bought a really nice one, and hopefully just keep it forever on the farm. So it's a B&B built, so it's the same trailer as our skid steer trailer. That's been super heavy duty built, super reliable. So B&B built. It's a gooseneck, which by far when you're hauling heavyweight, gooseneck is way better than bumper pull in my opinion. It's got a 4-foot by 8-foot platform, so it can fit 2 chem totes up here, 40-foot inductor. It's got a 13 or 17 horse Honda engine and then a pump on it, and it's all 3-inch. So still fills super quick with 3-inch. It's got 12K axles, and then the semi super single tires, like the same ones that go on the gravity wagon. It's a 2,000 gallon tank there. We need something to start transferring water when we're spraying more acres, and I was trying to find a nice used one. I couldn't, so just ended up buying new here. So I don't know. I think this is one of my first new purchases, but trailers is one thing I guess I do tend to buy new, it seems like, is when I buy trailers. So should work super good. So far working good. These things are tough to find used though too, so I always kind of think in the back of my head, if I ever want to sell it, they don't seem to depreciate that much at all. Yeah, Spencer hauled the first 1,000 gallons, said it wasn't too heavy. Now he's gonna go get 30003, which is Key Co-op's kind of 32% that they mix with a little sulfur. And after I get done spraying this field, he's gonna go grab that, get weighed out, and then we're gonna throw a weed and feed pass on the corn. We've got 160 acres to spray. We've got 80 more acres to plant yet, which we'll spray after we plant. I don't know if you guys use ChatGPT, but like I use ChatGPT to figure out, like if I want 35 pounds of N down on my weed and feed pass, I ask Chat how many gallons I need to spray. You know, it just does the math for you. Super nice. We are spraying. Spraying's going good. Hopefully I did my math right, because Spencer's got 32% in the tank already, so if I need more water, that means I gotta drive like miles and miles away to pick some up. So this should be the last bean field, and then we're gonna be on to foreground with our pre-emerge. So should work pretty good. Everything's going smooth, no issues at all here. we're going on the next farm. This is a corn farm. We got 32% in here mixed with some sulfur, putting down, and we're putting some Sure Start, a Sure Start pre here. Everything's working good. Laying 12 gallon per acre, so not much nitrogen going on here. We're trying to shoot for like 35 pounds an end on this weed and feed pass. We are supposed to get about an inch of rain tonight, so that's gonna work this pre in. It's gonna work the nitrogen in a little bit, so that'll be super good to get that inch of rain after we get all of our spraying done. That'll be real nice. Okay, we are done and we're folding her up. We got 80 acres of cornfield left. Currently 7 o'clock. Sun probably sets at 7:45, so we'll be probably finishing up in the dark here. There is the cows, and it looks like Adam's actually feeding a bale to the cows right now. Pretty sure Adam's feeding them right now as I'm going by. Yep, there he is. It's tough to see, but he's feeding them.
Well, Grant's getting lined up to start the last field here. This is planted in the corn a few days ago. This is where we had our corn plot. Just there's some flags down there. He'll at least get to do the end rows in the light, but he'll finish the field in the dark here. We'll see how that goes for him. Now we just got this sprayer trailer here. I did pull a full load for like 1.5 miles of 32%, which weighs a little over 11 pounds per gallon. The truck handled it just fine, and we're never going to be really driving that far. So really beefy 12,000 pound axles. All in all, it should work good pulling in and out of fields. It's nice. We got the floater tires, not like the street highway tires.
Okay guys, so I'm out here doing emergence flagging. The pink and white are all corn plants that came up on day 1. I ran out of pink flags because I was using them on another farm. The blues are actually today of corn plants that came up on day 2. And we planted this farm at, I think, close to 35,000. Right now I have 31,000 plants up. On my corn on corn farm, we planted that at 36,000. I have 35,000 plants up. I was kind of expecting Emergence to be a little better on this corn on soybean farm here, but it seems like it's actually looking a little worse. So still happy with Emergence. To have 30,000 on day 1, I'm happy with, considering the planter we have and stuff like that. So here's a little bit look at the singulation. My planter is not the best. It's definitely something we need to be upgrading. Got a pretty good gap there. Follow it along. Pretty good singulation there. Not many doubles, not many skips at all. And then we have an issue going on right here where we have probably a foot where there should probably be a plant here and a plant here. And I have not seen that come up yet. I don't want to dig it just yet in case there's a plant there, but there's a pretty big gap there on this emergence flagging that we're missing there, where we need at least 2 plants. Everything else is looking pretty good though. Here's a spot with very little residue, and boy, this is honestly some of the best singulation I've seen this year out of the past 4 years. Maybe it's because we were planting heavier population. I don't know what it is, but that planter was singulating really good. Now, those people with exact emerge planters are gonna be like, Grant, that is terrible. But for me and my planter setup and me running it, that is the best I've seen in the past 4 years from walking these fields so far. So I am happy with it, considering the conditions we have and the equipment we have. The upcoming forecast is looking really nice, absolutely beautiful, 75 to 80 degrees and sunny, and it's not much rain, so we got 1 more field to plant, and then everything's going to be done. And if we got 2 weeks of just very little rain and a bunch of sun, we're going to be setting up pretty good. I'd honestly be happy if we were pretty dry throughout May and early June here. And then we get some nice rains in July and August. That's like the perfect plan, especially in this county with how heavy of soils we have. We're lucky where we didn't get a bunch of rain. We don't have much ponding to where we're gonna have to replant anything like last year. And this stand and the conditions right now are a ton better than last year. So we're setting ourselves up, high optimism. We're gonna push this crop on both these cornfields, this early plant stuff, and see what happens. And the weather's looking good the next 2 weeks. So excited to see what happens here. But anyways, guys, I think this is going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. On this channel, me and Spencer, we're really trying to get videos out like up to date, like once a week or every 2 weeks, and keep them up to date on this channel. Where Spencer's channel is going to be like a little bit longer, where he'll post a video once a month or once every 2 months and have a really like high quality video. So that's kind of the game plan. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next one.